Hi there, welcome to What's Up Wednesdays with Renee Weaver-Wright at My Virtual Academy. Well, football season seemed like it started a long time ago, and this Sunday coming up will be the last game of the season. Back when football season started, we were enrolling kids for My Virtual Academy, and lo and behold, we're still enrolling kids for My Virtual Academy. So just a reminder that you can call into our enrollment department at any time. You can go online and fill out an application, but we're still accepting students for the second semester of the school year, and we would love to have your students or anyone that you might know that would be interested in our program. You know, people make mistakes all the time. Referees make mistakes, like now I can't remember the name of the New Orleans and what was the other team?
The Rams.
The Rams, the New Orleans and Rams game a couple weeks ago, and you know, that's life. Life is full of mistakes, and adults make mistakes, kids make mistakes, and we have a lot of kids in our program, in our virtual programs, that are kids that have made mistakes in one way or another, and are going through the process of making up for that mistake that they've made in life. And I'd like to introduce you to Mansfield Dinkins, who has been with us almost 5 years now.
Yes.
And Mansfield works very closely with the court system, working with kids that have been court ordered to come to school. And they have a strong sense of urgency to get enrolled in school. Can you tell us a little bit, Mansfield, about how you help us with that, getting kids in school?
Well, my background has been working with kids who are in a juvenile setting, mostly delinquents, who are looking for a second chance to gather education, and then secondly to be a productive citizen of these United States. And I say that to say that I enjoy working with young adults because they are our future. I remember being a student myself and being told all the time that you're the future, not really understanding what it means until you become an adult. And now you're able to, give those same things back in those same kind of conversations. So I work, closely with quite a few social service agencies that's around the metropolitan area of Detroit, as well as some of the surrounding counties also. And with that, I go out and offer our services for education for those kids who may be detained or in a facility that doesn't allow them to freely move. So we take those educational services to them.
And why does a program like ours work for kids that are in that kind of a situation?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. Some of the reasons that it works really well is you have a detachment for some kids with social ability, not being able to socialize with others. Some have learning deficiencies that are exposed, and because of that, the embarrassment of not being able to read and write on the level that your age indicates can be embarrassing. With the program we have, it gives you a kid an opportunity of, no matter what the age requirement is, nor the educational background, we're able to work with kids of all facets. I think that's the most unique part about it, is that there is an opportunity to, gain your high school education through programs like this, but mainly not like this, but just our program.
That's a really interesting point that I don't think we often think about, is how embarrassing it is for kids to be in a classroom and be expected to be at a certain level, but they're not. And our program really takes the kids from where they're at and works with them to work toward that high school diploma to achieve that.
And agree totally with you. We have a few success stories that have come out of kids who were in the past who have came to our program, graduated, and doing well. We have one young man who mentioned not long ago, graduated maybe 2 years ago, came to us at the age of 19, right at 19, 20, had maybe 2 years of high school left, and he finished, and he's now a fireman in a small town in Indiana. And that's just one of the stories. I mean, there's tons of other stories. Even, adults. We had an adult recently, a lady who's plus 50, who came to our program and spoke of having a terminal illness when I met her for registration. And my heart kind of went out to her, and she said, I never graduated from high school. And that's the one thing I want to do before I pass away. And just recently, about 2 weeks ago, she got in touch with me and told me that she graduated.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And I was excited.
Yeah.
I even called her, and I said, that's really good. And she was like, and then she has cancer, and she was like, well, it's in remission right now. She said, but I am really happy that, no matter what my next step is in life, I completed that. So, and that's what it's about. It's about having success stories. Not all stories that will be successful, but you want to be able to make a difference in people's lives, and whatever that may be, whether it's offering educational service, whether it's offering encouragement, whether it's being in a position where you can make the day or the life of someone better. It's never a problem with shaking someone's hand and telling them thank you or appreciate it, because we never know what anybody's going through. And kids today, they need that. They need the reinforcement. They need to know that they're loved. They need to know that there are people out here that do care about them. Your circumstances don't dictate your success. It can always change. And I think that we have a great group of employees here, and not just employees, but people who extend that out, not just through the classroom, but just through just social networking.
Now, what do you say to a young person when they're ready to commit to our program? What do you say to them to help boost their confidence so that they'll be successful? What's your pep talk, I guess?
It's a couple of different ways. One, you kind of build a rapport to understand or figure out what moves that person. And then once you identify that, you kind of take that and run with it. Particularly with the young man who I spoke about, who's now a fireman. I remember talking to him specifically because he was also training to be an MMA fighter.
Oh, wow.
And the funny thing about that, I was like, well, will you allow the books to beat you? Or will you beat the books? And he kind of, well, I'll take on this challenge. Coach Dinkins, I can do it. And I was like, so can these books pin you down? Will this education? Just imagine what happens. I said, without education, can you imagine making money and being in the spotlight and you can't read and write? I'm like, how embarrassing is that? I'm like, you really want to be an MMA fighter? So you kind of find something to not so much dig at, but find something that gets them going, and you kind of pull it out of them. And some of the guys and some of the young ladies I've met recently who want to do, cosmetologists, who wants to get into culinary arts, things like that. And you kind of find something that goes along the lines of what that is. And you be creative, so how do I know that you can really prepare this meal and you can't read a measuring cup? Like, really? What if someone asks you about the ingredients you put in here and you can't read them, but you just know what they are by pictures? Like, that doesn't work, right? No, Coach, it doesn't work. I know. Okay, well, listen, and if you know this, then be able to explain it to me. And then the other thing is just being committed. I work with the philosophy of 3 Ds, determination, discipline, and dedication. So those 3 Ds I always give to kids. I even give it to adults. Like, you have to have these 3 Ds in order to be successful. So.
Oh, very good, very good. We are so lucky to have you as part of our team here at ATS to be helping kids all over the metropolitan Detroit area, and you really are making a difference every day in someone's life, and we really appreciate that and all you do for us. And I know a year from now you'll have even more success stories about the kids that you've helped. So we really appreciate you being part of our team. So thank you for joining in for What's Up Wednesday. And I have to ask Mansfield, who knows an awful lot more about football than I do, who's your pick for Sunday?
Well, before the game starts, the winning team will be the team with the most points at the end of the game. But I think we may, let's see if we're on the same page. I like the Rams. I like the youth. I like Sean McVay. I think he's a really good coach. I think that team has a great chemistry. However, you can't count the champs out. They are the champs for a reason. This is his fourth Super Bowl appearance in a 9-year period of going to 9 NFC championships, AFC championship games. So you can't count them out. As much as I'm not a huge Patriots fan. I do respect the lineage as well as the success of their program.
Okay.
So I'm going with the Rams, and you are.
I'm going for the Patriots.
That's
So we'll see.
house divided, right?
That's right. That's right. So thanks again so much for joining us. Enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend. Take care. We'll see you next Wednesday.